and welcome to the April Gayme Log recap for 2024. We got a total of 9 plays in this month, which I will take as a huge success, considering that the start of April was 2 weeks into being in our new space, so we were still getting everything set up. I don't think we got dining chairs until like a week or two into April, so we're calling this a win. So let's get into it. First up, we have our 5x5 games this month, and we got quite a few plays off of the 5x5. First up, we have Flamecraft, which was a game that we got for Christmas this year and was our most anticipated game. So excited, so happy we have it. It is so great. It is one of our absolute favorites. It's a worker placement, kind of a point salad style game, but super aesthetic. You play as you're placing little dragons, and it's really great. We only got one of those plays this month, so looking forward to continuing to play it on the 5x5. Next up from the 5x5, we have Horrified, which is a cooperative game against the board. And it is all of the standard traditional universal monsters. So you have Dracula and Frankenstein and his bride, the mummy, the invisible man, a bunch of different monsters that you and other players fight against, taking various actions. And it's one that we've owned for a while now, but we've never actually broken out. So we purposefully put it on the 5x5 so that we would get some plays in. And this month we actually got 2 plays in already, which is super exciting. First time was just my wife and I, so we played it at 2 players. And it actually scaled really nicely, which is something that for a lot of cooperative games we have a hard time with, because at a 2-player count it generally is harder, or some of the scaling mechanics don't work quite as well, but it was great. And then we played it again with my parents, so at a 4-player count, and still held up beautifully. It was wonderful. So another one on the 5x5 that we're really looking forward to continuing playing. Last but certainly not least from our 5x5, we have Welcome To. This is a game that, again, we've owned for a little while now, a couple years at this point. And it is one that I really enjoy, but it's one that my wife is less inclined to pull out. So we put it on the 5x5 so that we could see how it stands up at this point, to see if maybe my wife could enjoy it a little bit more, if it's still holding up to what I remember. And our first play was super simple. We just pulled it out and played on the couch, which is something that I do really enjoy about Welcome To, that it's just a quick setup, easy to play. And then the second time we played with the advanced variation for the first time, which was really fun. And again, looking forward to the full 5 plays to see how we feel about it and where it falls in terms of all of the other games that we own. So outside of the 5x5, we had a couple of different gaming events that we went to this month. The first one was held by a queer group that we are a part of here in Baltimore. And so we went and made some new friends and played some games with them there. The first game that we played was Suspend, which is a dexterity game that was really fun. We played it twice actually there, so I guess technically we're at 10 play counts. But it's a short game, super fun. It was a great icebreaker for that style of event. So definitely would recommend it. The other one that we played there at that event was Sushi Roll, which we own Sushi Go Party Deluxe, and we played Sushi Roll the first time back at a board game convention, and we thought it was fine, but we liked the original better, and since we already own the original, we haven't gone out of our way to purchase the roll and write version, which is what Sushi Roll is. And playing at the event, it was a great introduction to the series for the friends that we had made, and it was, again, a super light, easy, perfect game for that particular setting. However, we still stand by that Sushi Go, the original, is probably our preferred option. Now, as for other events, we had a couple of different game nights with my parents now that we're living closer, which was exciting. And we were introduced to a new game by them, which is World Wonders. It is a Tetris-style Civ builder. And if you know anything about me, know that I love a Tetris game. Anything that has a Tetris mechanic, let me get in there. Chef's kiss, it's my favorite. But because it is my favorite, and I get a little competitive, my wife generally does not love the Tetris style games because I can get a little crazy with them. However, we found that World Wonders had some really great balancing mechanics in other ways, so I couldn't just run away with it. And it was still a blast. All four of us loved it. Honestly, it's one that I would love to add to our collection. So really looking forward to playing that again in the future. And last, but certainly not least, we have Draftosaurus, which is a game that we've had now for about a year or so as well. It is one of our favorite go-tos for quick pickup games with groups up to 5. We played it with my parents as well as our roommate. So we had to play up to all 5 players. So it was just a great warm-up round for a game night. It is a drafting, as it says in the name, Draftosaurus. You're drafting dinosaurs and placing them in your parks, and you end up with a bit of a point salad situation. One of the things that I love about this game is it's almost always super tight. Very rarely can someone run away with the game, and that was exactly what we experienced with our play. I think everyone was within 5 points of one another. So really fun, really strategic, and also just a fun, silly vibe to get everybody going and get into the game night itself. So all that said, 9 plays, technically 10 if we're counting the second play of Suspend, but we've made a great progress in our 5x5 games and got introduced to some other fun new ones, and I can't wait to see what May has in store for us. See you next time.